Hey, namaste, this is Sacredowl with another chapter of Real Talk by Sacredowl. I'm doing this video at like 3 in the morning because I'm on my way to work, and my job today is to be a poll inspector. What I do is that I sign people in and I make sure that people are coming in to vote and send them to the right place and make sure that they're registered in the whole nine. And so today I want to talk about a little politics. Today is a day where you should go out and vote. I know it's just the primaries today, and I know I'm dating my video because I try not to, but today I'm dating it because it's the primaries today. And let me share with you the history of voting. In this country, in this particular country, the right to vote was not so easily given to people who were women and people of minorities of colors. And our right to vote almost got taken away in the First and Second World War because these people wanted to take over our country and our world and our civilization, and they probably would have taken our right to vote away. So let me just be very clear. Millions upon millions of people died to make sure we have a right to do what we do today. There's the statistics going out that I noticed. It's a Facebook stat, so I can't tell if it's reliable or not. But there's 63 million people voted Republican, 65 million voted Democratic, and then 108 million people did not vote. So, needless to say, that's a damn shame. If you have a right and it's given to you, and to you it's just not that important to do it, then do yourself a favor and don't dare complain about what's going on. You don't have a right to complain. Since you don't use your right to vote, you don't have a right to complain about what the system's doing, whether you like it or you don't like it. I'm not trying to choose sides here. I have my own political views, but this is not the format for me to share it in. But I do know that in the 60s, many of us, people of color, many of us, and a lot of white people who supported us, lost their lives to help ensure that we had a right to vote. In the 20s, if I'm correct, don't date me, but if I'm correct, women had to march to get their right to vote. And then in the world wars, these people were dictators, were trying to take away our right to vote, because once if they won this country, they won the war against this country, they would have taken our right to vote and would have been dealing with a dictatorship. So this voting right that we take for granted is a gem. It's a precious gem that should be honored and respected. And if you haven't registered to vote, go out and register to vote. It's very easy. And you're saying, well, the vote doesn't count. Maybe it doesn't count, but still exercise your right to do it. Because under conspiracies, there could be a whole different bunch of ideas of what really works, what doesn't really work. At this point, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to the polls today because that's what I'm paid to do. So I'm cool with that. But I do know one thing. People are passionate about what they do. The people that do show up, they're passionate about what they do. They consider it a responsibility and a privilege to have that right to vote. And mind you, I'm not rah, rah, rah USA or rah, rah, rah this. Please don't get me wrong. I'm simply saying, exercise your right. It is something that is given to you. It's a precious gift that was protested, and many millions of people lost their lives in order to give us this gift. And we're sitting there just saying, hey, whatever, I'll go or I won't go. Well, listen, your ancestors, or maybe even your parents, or maybe even your grandparents, fought for the right for you to vote, protested for the right for you to vote. They gave their lives up so that you can vote. And we sit there and we say, oh, well, I don't like what's going on. I don't like this guy. I don't like that guy. Oh, this guy stinks and this guy stinks. But the question is, all those people, I would love to take a poll of all those people who do criticize the system. I would love to find out if they even registered to vote. I would love to find out if they exercised their right. Because if they didn't, then they need to, excuse my term, shut the hell up. You have a right and use that right, because that's your God-given right in this particular society, in this culture. And those are some of the things that we have, and we just poop-pie it away. Go out. If you're not registered, then go register. And say something. If you don't like what's going on, your vote will say, I don't like what you're doing. At the very least, that's the message you can send. Please, people, use your right to vote. Use it responsibly and take advantage of that, because you know what? My ancestors, they died for this. Your ancestors, they died for this. Use it or lose it. Hey guys, sorry to come down so hard, but I'm really passionate about this whole concept, and I hope you just exercise your right and just don't complain. Because if you want something done, you got to get up and do it, okay? Peace, I love you. Sacredowl. Have a great day.